I grew up in a place called Weoka, Alabama.
More than 2,000 miles from that small Alabama town, Melanie arrived in Spokane with a plan to finish the college degree she had started years earlier.
When I arrived here on March 12th of 2024, I had COVID and I did not know it. I was carrying 75 pounds of luggage. I was supposed to start SCC on April 1st of 2024, but COVID and not finding immediate housing threw a kink into that, and I did not start until the fall of 2024. When my mom had asked me where I was going to go, I told her I didn't have any idea, but that the Lord would take care of me. And I had a hotel for the first 2 nights, and then third night I was going to be on the streets.
Looking for help, Melanie walked into SNAP's Armory office and met information specialist Melanie Sibley.
When she walked in the door at SNAP, she needed housing. She was staying at the Women and Children's UGM. And I said, "What's your name?" And she says, "My name's Melanie." And I said, "Well, my name's Melody."
She's Melody Dawn. I'm Melanie Dawn.
Same middle name.
Yeah, same middle name, everything.
And I said, "Where are you from?" And she says, "I'm from Alabama." And I said, "Well, I'm from Alabama." And from there, it just blossomed.
Yeah, we immediately bonded. She asked me where I was staying, and I told her I didn't have a place, that I had scouted some places to sleep outside. And you told me, no, it was too dangerous. That's right. And come back in 2 hours, and that you would have me a place to stay and food and toiletries, and I did. And so I did not spend a single night on the streets.
With a safe place to stay, Melanie could finally focus on the reason she had come back to Spokane.
I decided when I was living with my parents for 4 years, between 2020 and 2024, after about 12 months of looking for work and not finding it, I had started a degree at Auburn University, Montgomery, years ago when I was 20. And then went to the Falls before my mom got cancer. I decided to come back and finish the degree that I started. I had already lived in Spokane. I had roots here. And I figured this was a good place to come back to and finish what I started.
She studied Spanish at Spokane Community College, became bilingual, continuing a love of languages she's had her whole life.
It is Associate of Liberal Arts with Spanish. I've already gotten a certificate in Spanish. I am bilingual and I have at least partial knowledge of about 12 languages.
Then came an event that meant a great deal to Melanie.
June 15th, I walked in the ceremony, but I have a single math to finish, and I will take that over the summer.
For most people, a graduation is a milestone. For Melanie, it was something she'd never been able to have.
When I was in high school, I had to drop out because of my epilepsy. I got picked on pretty severely. The kids would spit on me and hit me, kick me. They dared me to kill myself. Tried suicide twice. And I finally had to drop out of school because the abuse was so bad. And I got my GED. So this was the first time in my life of ever even attending a graduation.
There was one person she especially wanted to share that day with, Melanie Sibley.
Because she is the single individual that helped me complete what I set out to do. Her keeping me stable and keeping me housed, finding a place to go and not being on the streets.
And I love that it's gone full circle. To see you when I first met you and then to see you now is night and day.
I know that people that work in social services, they see hundreds, if not thousands of people, and they don't get to see the other side of things much of the time. I thought it would be a good idea to let Melody know that I successfully completed what I came out here to do and the impact that she had.
Melanie is currently exploring several new career opportunities.
I'm looking to go to Japan for a year. Before the shutdown, I had a very good employer, Taos Ski Valley Resort, New Mexico. I'm planning on putting an application in back with them to see if they will accept me back. Spokane Community College is looking to hire me permanently through the state of Washington.
But there's also one bucket list destination that she hopes to travel to.
Santiago de Compostela, Spain. It is the Cathedral of St. James. I have wanted to go to Compostela. I saw a program 15 years ago, and I was looking at cruises, and I discovered there was a trip, 7-day trip, and Compostela is on the list as one of the stops.
Today, Melanie's future looks very different than it did that March morning when she walked into SNAP.
I'm a very independent person. I don't like asking for help, but I do ask for help when I really need it. Being connected with a person like Melody,
Melanie. Melanie says.
is a fantastic asset. And She can do a lot to help get an individual stabilized, but the individual also has to do their part.